It's simply the story of stupid, despicable men behaving badly.
Well, yeah. Wow, that is quite the drastic change from last chapter was amazing to don't even bother reading the last half. Hey, page turners! You're listening to Pages Across the Prairies,
your virtual book club and place to share the whimsy of reading.
We're your hosts, Adriana
and Christine, and we're so glad you're here.
Welcome back to Read or Not to Read. This is an episode of our podcast where we give you just 4 to 5 quick book recommendations based off of reviews that we found online, and without knowing the title or too much about the book, you get to decide if you would read it or not. This category that we're doing today, the genre is adventure, which I don't know about you, but I really struggle to find books specifically labeled in that genre. There are adventure books, but when I was researching to try and find some specifically, I struggled.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like one of the top category genres.
No, it seems like a subcategory, maybe. Anyway, I have 4 today, and I must, adventure to me must mean like nautical adventure, because 3 out of 4 are ocean themed.
No way. That's hilarious. Well, I mean, the seas are a great place to adventure on.
Definitely an adventure, but okay. We'll start off with the first one. It has a Goodreads rating of 4.24 stars, an instant classic, and Denmark bestseller. This book spans centuries as it follows generations of men sailing the world. It's an adventurous tale about love, loss, and war. Okay, let's see our reviews on it. Okay, this person says, the last chapter brought me to tears, which is not a trivial task. Has anyone else read this masterpiece? If you haven't read it, I strongly recommend picking up a copy. And that had 371 upvotes, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, this person said they were absolutely blown away by it. They read it feverishly. It strikes me as a true novel in the old-fashioned sense. Big themes: war, decay, truth, family, love, loss, and of course, the ocean.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my goodness, thank you so much for recommending a book outside of the standard 31 flavors of books. This sounds very interesting, and it's now on my list, which I kind of thought with this book specifically. Once you see the cover, you might know, but I do find, even when I'm trying to find new books, you keep seeing the same ones again and again and again. It's whatever everybody's talking about.
Yeah, always.
It's an enjoyable read, and the prose is great, but I recall the back half really dragging. Okay, and 2 more, and I really struggled. I couldn't find any negative reviews on Reddit, really, so I had to go to Goodreads and go for their 1 stars, and this one just seems to have a large amount of just good reviews. But I managed to find a couple negative. This book is despicably violent, especially towards women, children, and animals. And it has truly revolting intimate scenes. I frankly needn't have subjected myself to this novel idea of war and humankind in general, I guess. It's disgusting.
Okay. Don't love that animal part.
No. Fans of magical realism looking for a good read, don't waste your time. The first page pretends to be magical realism, but after that, it's simply the story of stupid, despicable men behaving badly.
Well, yeah. Wow, that is quite the drastic change from last chapter was amazing to don't even bother reading the last half.
Yeah. I think I saw a couple that said the last chapter was like, but yeah, I really had to dig for those negative reviews. I mean, they are scathing, but
yeah, they are.
Yeah, I found one negative review about the author.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this author, but there was one saying that he was maybe not a nice fellow. I don't know whether that's true or not, but the statement was quite vulgar.
That's too bad.
I don't know whether it's true or not. This is a book that was published originally in a different language as well. So to me, it always speaks well of a book if it's republished in multiple languages.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So without seeing the cover, would you consider reading this book?
I mean, those 2, 3, whatever bad reviews were like bad, but I want to read it. I want to know. I'm not looking forward to the animal.
Children.
No, thank you. Not the children. But I do want to read this book.
Yeah, me too. So many good reviews and so many people saying they just happened upon it, and it was just amazing, life-changing even. So this book is, I'm gonna send you the cover right now.
Okay, this will be the real test. Let me look at the cover.
Okay.
Well, it's a really cool cover.
Right? It's the ship.
Yeah.
We the Drowned by Kirsten Jensen.
Okay.
Hmm.
That looks really fascinating. It's like they're looking through a porthole and all the tides and everything.
I didn't catch that. That's right. I like that.
It's a really intriguing cover.
It
I
is.
just want to read it more.
The cover dates the book for me.
Yes.
And sometimes when I'm looking at a cover and I'm wanting something really engaging, I look for more contemporary covers, which, I mean, maybe that's incorrect, but that's what I do.
We all have our things, our little quirks.
This one has a Goodreads rating of 3.83 stars. This destination thriller follows a group of childhood friends as they hiked through the scenic Norwegian wilderness. They set out on an adventure of a lifetime, only to discover the darker side of the wilderness when a broken body is found at the bottom of a ravine. This one wasn't widely discussed, actually. I had originally come across it as somebody recommending it on Reddit, but I couldn't find any Reddit posts, so I had to go to other sources. So this person gave them a 3.3 out of 5 stars. Story about unprepared hikers. Mediocre plot, guess the outcome.
Okay.
And I just thought that was funny. Unprepared hikers.
Pack your trail mix, guys.
5 out of 5 stars. Buy it. Capital letters. I don't usually write reviews, but as a librarian who constantly is, well, reading, just buy it already. The characters are well developed. The descriptions of the scenery is amazing, especially if you like the outdoors but don't have time to be outdoors. This one, though, is a 1-star, big soap opera with Scooby-Doo plot. I really did not enjoy this book. First, it was hard to read as it kept changing from each character's perspective every 2 or 3 pages. And it was really shallow, like a high school soap opera. A high school soap opera of girls. I was looking for something more real and deep in the woods of Norway. Give it a pass unless you like Scooby-Doo and Mean Girls.
Ouch, my goodness.
That one alone, that's funny. That bad review actually makes me want to read it.
It does, I'm so curious.
Right? How do you Scooby-Doo and Mean Girls in one? Interesting combo.
Yeah.
Right? This one's 5 stars. Good read. The book has you feeling all types of feelings. A wonderful story of friendship between 4 friends that have been together since high school. An amazing story showing that sometimes you shouldn't pick up what you find.
Now that's got me interested.
So those are the reviews. Without seeing the cover, would you consider reading this book?
I'm so curious. Even the bad reviews would make me curious. They didn't do a good job discouraging me.
Sorry.
No, not you. That just particular review.
I know, right? They were very mad about it, but I was intrigued by their bad review.
Thriller adventure would have me at least want to try to read this book. So yes, I would read it. And I mean, beautiful landscapes, yes please.
Right, and so specifically it being a destination thriller. I really like that concept.
I haven't heard that before. I like that.
Somebody else said, how is it a destination? What, is it a travelogue?
That is an intriguing cover.
Right?
Yeah, I would look at this book and be like, I gotta read it, without even knowing what it's about. Just because it's so pretty.
Well, and then that line right on the front, as night falls, they still haven't returned. I love when they have just one intriguing line on the front.
I'm so fascinated. Yep. Put that on the to be read.
So the book is The Hike by Lucy Clark. There is another book called The Hike. There's probably multiple, but there's a well-known book called The Hike, and it is completely different. So make sure you're getting the right author if you go for this one.
Lucy Clark.
All right. This one has a Goodreads rating of 3.89 stars. It's a classic science fiction novel written in the 1800s. Not set, written. This novel is still enjoyed by modern readers. It follows a marine biologist who sets out to find and destroy a sea monster. Now, I think if you are at all familiar with this, you'll know the book right away. I wouldn't. Okay. I recently read this and was totally hooked in the beginning. It had so much promise and I liked where the book was going, but then it started to feel like a chore. Literally 1/3 of the book is just lists and lists of classification. At first it was interesting, but then it got old fast. I read it at about age 9 and absolutely loved it. Long descriptions and all. I read it a few times again over the years and my opinion remains the same. It's one of the greatest adventure stories ever written. I'm sad to see that other people didn't like it. It's an older book, so the prose is definitely drier than today's popular sci-fi novels. Like someone else mentioned, the translation really matters because there's different versions of this book, so it really matters which one you get. A perfect book if you want to read a never-ending list of different species of fish.
Maybe.
I mean, if you were a fisherman, I feel like that might, I don't know. I'm reading it now. I like it despite the long passages describing fish and other ocean creatures. I love the weird futuristic atmosphere.
Interesting.
This one, I just thought it was a little bit of interesting background. I don't know whether it's true or not. It said, I read somewhere that he just listed all those fish names because he was getting paid by the word. Just gloss over the list.
Amazing. Why not?
I mean, if he was being paid by the word, I do not blame him. This person said the writing is gorgeous and all the descriptions are phenomenal. It manages to be relevant and interesting even 120 years later. The ideas presented in it are so fascinating and a joy to read. Yeah. So, without seeing the cover, is this a book you would consider reading?
I'm giving you all yeses today because this seems like a book I should read. It's written a long time ago. Sounds like a classic, and maybe I want to learn about fish.
Maybe you do. For me, my takeaway on this book, I was like, yeah, but also not right now. Like,
Yeah,
it's like it's one I feel
be.
I should read. I was maybe not in the mood. All right, I sent you the cover.
Okay.
The book is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne.
It is.
And
I didn't
sent
know
you
it was
the more
super
modern cover because it's got some
Okay.
different ones.
I didn't know it was. What was that word that you used? Sorry, not supernatural.
Science fiction.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was science fiction.
Yeah, I think it's like, it wouldn't be the first science fiction, but it would be one of the earlier ones for sure.
I should read this, but yes, lower on our list.
Yeah. Just not right now. I do enjoy these books, but it just takes a lot. What was the word you used? It takes a while to, I don't know, to go through them.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the writing style of older books sometimes takes a while to digest. That's the word I was
Yes.
looking for. And especially, this one I was surprised about because we saw one that was 25 hours, I believe,
Yeah.
on audio to listen to. Originally, I had thought that maybe it was kind of like The Time Traveler, where you had reduced word count, and so
Yes.
you made a really strong point in as few words as possible. But I'm gonna guess that's not the case with this one.
Yeah, I think you're right. From anything else I saw.
There were comments that said that it's so descriptive because before movies, they like to be really descriptive for imagery. I mean, they probably
Okay.
still do, but it was kind of a thing. And there
love
is I think there's a movie on this, right?
I
There's
think
other
so.
media. This is one, it's like, I have to read it, but not yet.
Not yet. We'll get there.
I'd like
Yes,
to
it's
know. Sorry?
It's a film that's been done twice.
Okay, yeah, I thought there was a bit of media related to it. I'd like to see the old one.
1954.
Technicolor.
Yes.
I love the dramatic acting in old films. Yeah, so I would like to know if anybody has read it or watched the films, if you would recommend it.
Yeah. What was your take on it?
Yeah.
Is it worth
'cause
it?
it's worth it? Well, that's the thing. The Goodreads rating is 3.89 stars, but I think sometimes just classical books are not for everyone, and it's not always, you don't always walk away from them being like, oh, I loved this, it was amazing, but you do,
Yeah.
for me at least, like, it stays in my mind.
Yes, you still learn something from it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this is our last one. It has a
Okay.
Goodreads rating of 4.03 stars. This nautical fantasy is the first book of a trilogy that details the war between two seafaring nations. Follow the journey of a crew on a condemned ship in a world scarce on resources and respite. All right. This one is definitely a good read. The ecology is cool, the social ranks are well explained, there are tropes, but none that super annoyed me. I liked the crew and how the ship was depicted. And that was written by Monster Cuddler. So that was a fun name.
Nice.
I'd like to say that the world building is very unique. I really love books with unique worlds that have flora and fauna that is alien and get to understand it as you go through the story. I'm about 140 pages in. I was super excited about this book, but I'm really struggling to get into it. The characters are hard to care about, and so far, it's a lot of talking about ship stuff, which is kind of hard to follow. Does it get better? The resounding comments on that was yes. But this person said, took me a while to get invested, but I'm so glad I continued reading. Absolutely brilliant trilogy. And the ending is one of the most memorable I've read in ages.
Okay.
This person, I think they gave a really good quick summary. Do you like pirates, adventures on the sea, and sea dragons? Here you go. You are welcome.
Great summary.
Yeah. This person says, this is the first 1-star I have ever given on this app. It is a tepid shell of a high fantasy novel. Its world building did nothing but weigh it down. You can't just throw in made-up words and expect the reader to praise you for your ingenuity. Yes, you can.
Okay.
I will praise
Interesting.
you. So, without seeing the cover of that one, would you consider reading it?
No. I kind of
Really?
just, yeah. I don't know, like I love ships, I love the ocean, but I don't know. I just feel like I would start it and just never finish it.
That's kind of what some of the reviews seem to be. I think that happens a lot with fantasy books because it's so much to digest off the start.
Yeah.
Because it's a new world. Okay.
That's just it. And if it's a trilogy, I won't make it that far. Alright, what does it look like? Do I regret my decision? The Bone Ships. Oh, really?
By R.J. Barker.
Well, the cover's really cool and makes me want to read it, but I don't want to after everything else.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't sell it to you.
But that's okay. You can't sell them all. I've got a heavy list already.
This one is more, it's raised in rankings on my list actually since reading all those reviews.
Really?
Yes, one of the interesting ones was I was reading a Reddit post of people being confused about something that happened, and they were like, was there signs? And they're like, well, this author doesn't really do romance. There is a little bit of romance, but the author doesn't, that's not their focus, so some of the people were confused about that. I thought it was funny, and that sold the book more to me.
Well, I do like that. I mean, I like it when a book isn't focused on romance.
When it's more focused on, well, I mean, the romance can be the storyline, but I prefer it not to be.
Yes.
So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind when it's there. It's nice when you can kind of highlight it, but it doesn't detract from,
Yes.
or it doesn't become the main plot line. So, yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Well, that's a really neat cover, though.
Kind of like, I felt similar in style to the We the Drowned. Not the
It
same,
is.
but that's
Along the same
like, I
lines.
don't know, ship style of art.
Yeah, it's all very nautical.
Yep.
And, like, it looks like wooden and... Yeah, I don't know. That's really cool.
See, I don't know very much about ships, so probably a lot of these novels would be even more difficult for me to understand.
Ships are really cool. They're really fascinating.
Okay, so I was able to sell you on 3 out of 4 of these books. We have just decided, we've selected one of these books to read and to go through on our book club. That's We the Drowned. So that one is going to be one that will have a spoiler-free and spoiler-full if you want to know more about it.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you've read any or if you're interested in reading any, let us know.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Has anyone else read We the Drowned?
Yeah, that one has so many people talking about how good it is. I am really intrigued, but I'm also a little bit into the book and struggling a little bit, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I feel like it might be one of those ones, though, that you just have to plug away at it.
Yep. Exactly. I love it. There's lots to think about, lots added to my list. Does anybody else want to add any of these to their list?
Yeah, it's not our normal genre, like adventure books, so it was kind of fun trying to find some.
Yeah, I'm excited to do one of these to read or not to read on a genre that we do like.
I am so excited because I'm going to try and pick some books that I know that you've seen and make you maybe change your mind.
You know, I think I can be persuaded.
I'll just take all my favorites that you've said no to.
Well.
Really sell them.
It'll work.
I try not to be too biased when I share these because...
No, it's a good balance between the two.
Alright, so that is all we've got today.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for flipping through pages across the prairies with us. Until next time, keep your tea warm, your bookmark handy, and if you enjoyed today's chat, like, share, and subscribe to join us again.